Hey there, it is Vasil from the product management team at PandaDoc. In this quick video, I will walk you through how to use rules and formulas to automate creating quotes. Let's start with basics. What are the main reasons you would use rules? First, you can fully automate the quote generation process, cutting out manual work as a part of guided selling. Second, you can make pricing dynamic based on different conditions. Third, rules allow you to bundle products together and set up cross-sell and upsell strategies. And finally, you can create guardrails for your team, so salespeople are protected from making mistakes. Now let's talk about how these rules are actually set up. The first thing to know is that a quote, just like a document or template, has data fields. These fields can pass data into and out of the quote. For example, they can pull information from a questionnaire used in guided selling and pass it into the document or into smart content. As you can see here, I have already got a few products in this quote that we'll use for the demo. Now let's dive into the rules. Every rule consists of the when part and then part. In the when part, you're defining the conditions, and in the then part, you have the actions. So let's start with taking all the line items that have the quantity greater than 0, and then I want to update these line items, and I want to set the contract term equal to the contract term value that we are pulling from the data fields. So I'm updating the line items and I'm setting the contract term here. And when I'm clicking on the square bracket, I'm getting access to all the variables that I have in the context. So I'm taking the data field, contract duration. Let me rename the rule. And save it. And let's go back to the line items and make sure that the rule is working. So here I will just manually set the contract duration that will in the future be pulled from the form when the quote generation is a part of the end-to-end workflow. So when I'm setting the contract duration, as you can see, the contract term has been updated across all the line items. Now let's set up another rule. As you can see here, in this quote, we have 3 different line items, and the buyer who will receive the quote will be chosen across one of them. The problem is that when the salesperson is making the changes to this quote, by mistake, the salesperson can set the quantity equals 0 here and then forget to update all the line items. So let's create the rule that will be updating automatically all the line items whenever the quantity is changed in any of them. We're going back to the rules and we're creating the rule called update quantity. And then again, we're taking all the line items. For the sake of simplicity, we will take all the line items that have, again, the quantity greater than 0, and then we will update these line items. And we will say that the quantity should be equal to the quantity of the line item that has been changed. Let's save it and test the rule. As you can see, the quantity has been updated in real time across all the line items. Now let's consider another example. Let's say as a part of the guided selling process, you can specify an additional onboarding service. And then when the quote is being generated, you want this onboarding service to be added into the services section. So let's see how that works. We're adding the rule. The rule will be called add services. In the rule, we are checking that quote variable called onboarding is not empty. So there has been a value which is passed from the previous steps. And then we are adding to the section called services an existing product. And the SKU of this product will be pulled from this quote variable called onboarding. Let me save the rule. And let's test that. So I know that the SKU of the onboarding service is called Pro Onboarding. Yeah, as you can see, the product has been pulled in real time from the catalog and it was added to the services. The other thing that you should know about the rules is that the rules support formulas, and these formulas are exactly the same as an Excel or Google spreadsheet. If you have been using Excel to come up with the dynamic pricing for the quotes, this entire logic can easily be replicated in PandaDoc. Let's assume you want to set up the rule that will be changing the discount based on the quantity. Let me show you how this can be done. So we're creating a new rule. Let's call it discounting rule. We will pick all the line items with the quantity greater than 0. And in these line items, we will update the discount. When I'm clicking on the equal sign, as you can see here, we're getting the access to all the variables in the context, but also we can see all the formulas that we can use within this equation. So the formula that we're going to use is if the condition will be current item quantity is greater than 0. In that case, we want to set the discount as 10, otherwise it will be 0. Let's have a look. I'm changing the quantity to 20, and the discount is being updated. And then when I'm changing the quantity to 5, the discount is being removed. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.